Good Monday. This is Jay Brew, co-chairman of Seafried and Brew. This is the third in a series that we're doing on ERM, that enterprise risk management. And I've depended on this series with Jimmy Sawyer of Sawyer and Jacobs, and a presentation that we've attached onto this particular webcast that you can go in and see Jimmy's presentation that he did with me down in Memphis at the Sawyer and Jacobs Bank Tech Summit that recently occurred. And when we think about ERM from the other webcast is the word strategic and strategic planning, so that we look at our strategic plan in relationship to ERM. We think about strategy as part of ERM. So when we think about that round around and how it wraps, that essentially it's just like capital planning being the foundation of your strategic plan. ERM is once again a vital component of how you look at strategy. And what we wanted to talk about this week is also 7 steps to fostering a risk culture. Obtain sponsorship from the top by engaging the board of directors, which once again should be looked at strategically, as we were talking about before. And when we think of it in terms of strategy, that once again, that it moves from the top, from the board, through the management team, through the entire organization. Because you want to ensure adequate representation across all major business lines and key business functions, so that when you look at it overall, you establish ownership. And that's very important of enterprise risk areas by assigning responsibility to bank managers. But you have to create a company-wide awareness of risk. And to do that, once again, you have to get serious about risk management. You also have to explain the journey and the benefits. So this is really going through your entire organization that we talked about in the first webcast in terms that education on this overall risk awareness, and that you need to educate moving forward. It's not a once and done type of deal. And finally, frame the concept in terms of risk and reward. Because when we look at it in terms of ERM, it's the risk portion, but it also moves with reward. And that has been a key concept as part of the Seafried and Brew analysis, looking at community banks from the standpoint of that risk and reward, and looking at the balance of that to produce high-performing community banks. This is Jay Brew, co-chairman of Seafried and Brew. Have a great week.